Get ready for the operation.
Look like an old knight.
What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Nuts and Boltons. Everybody was asking on YouTube in the comments if they can see my workshop and how is it looking like and some bike preparation and stuff like this. So let's check it out, guys, huh? Here we go! Woo! 304s everywhere! Da-da-da! Small garage, but we got everything in here. We have 2 working places, which is pretty important because we're working most of the time on 2 bikes. Just if something is wrong with the other one, so we can work on the other and we don't have to move them all the time. So that's pretty important. Small workbench. We got a bunch of sprays. Everything good organized. My dad is actually the organizer of the garage. We got a lot of stuff in here, like all names on foot pegs, enough sprockets, chain guards. This workbench is actually really sick because before we didn't have it. It's so much better organized now, our workshop, so that's pretty cool. We got a bunch of tires up there, Michelin moves, some plastics. We got some shocks over there, helmets, boots everywhere. My dad's boot, mine boots, mine boots, mine boots. So way too much stuff, but it's everything really good organized, so that's pretty important, just to have a good organized workshop. I don't like to work on my bikes if it's dirty and you can't find anything, so for me it's really important just that everything is really good organized.
So down at Fat Cat Motor Park, just met Tom and his crew from Bristol Van. They've finally brought the van and I'm so excited. So let's have a quick guided tour. It's in the back. All important race van. Check this out. Nice storage, PowerPoints. One of my favourite things for winter riding is boot dryers. I'm gonna put this on, click the switch in the front, job done. Spare wheels with easy access here, petrol can storage, got some spare handlebars just in case. It's absolutely sick. Check these bad boys, bling bling. What have we got in here? Nice comfy chair, nice storage unit here. That's going to be for some tools and things like that in here. So I'm just, if I need to work on the bike, which is only there, I've got nice easy access. Seats that come out as a bed as well. Not really such a camper, but it's more of a race van. So all my helmet storage up there with goggles, etc. All in there ready to go. Nice easy storage up here. In the racing, all you want is something to be really quick and easy and just to work. This is the boot dryer in the back. They'll put it to the rear and then put it to the front. Diesel heater for them British Extreme Series. Well happy. Can't wait to take it to a race. Thanks a lot, guys. It's awesome.
This time we have to prep my 350. I'm doing like a national race in Austria, like the Aspang race. It's a really good preparation for Hawkstone. For air filter changing, best thing ever. Put some gloves on. Get ready for the operation, baby. You will get a fresh air filter. Ha! A lot of people asking me all the time if I wash my air filters or always put a new one in. Most of the time we got a normal washing machine. Just clean them before with Motorex air filter cleaner. Then put them in the washing machine and they're looking nearly brand new. Afterwards you just have to put some oil on. Always after training put the air out of the fork, because the feeling can be completely different after 1 hour riding or 2 hours riding. So it's really important. You could hear it. Some people put them grips all the time dry on it, but I always use some grip glue from KTM. I don't like it if it's turning when you're riding. vlog partner. What up, Daddy Bull?
All good, are you?
All good, just prepping my bike.
Oh. Is that a 3-stroke?
It's a 5-stroke. The new one.
What?
I'm testing since a year, so it's gonna be the future.
How are you feeling after Romaniacs?
Aww. I was so sore.
As much as we love riding the dirt bikes, after Romaniacs, it's not the...
It's over.
The relationship's a little bit lost, isn't it?
Yeah, it's totally over.
This is a good one because I could do with some tips and advice on this one too.
Okay.
How do you stay physically and mentally fit for over 6 months during the series?
If I'm to be honest, I'm just trying to have fun. I changed my training maybe 2 years ago and I felt I'm doing too much different things and sometimes I was just too tired for riding. Before I was rowing, running.
A little bit fatigued all the time.
Yeah, and also not so motivated. Like for me, it's just really important to go to the races and just having fun and doing my best out of it. So I just started to enjoy what I'm doing. I'm riding more, I'm doing more mountain biking, a little bit of gym sessions, but I think I have a good balance of my training, but also of my recovering. I'm just going from race to race and I think that's also the best way because every race is different. So it's so much better if you do like a proper boot camp before every race, especially for the race.
Yeah, just get totally dialed into that style of riding rather than jumping from one bike to another constantly or whatever. Yeah. And the mountain biking's key as well, I think. Also, I've found that over the years. It crosses over really well. Good answers, Manny.
Good answers, huh? Wow, we're doing such a good job.
You should do this vlog for a job.
Literally, when I win the WESS, I probably will retire and just start vlogging.
Addy wants to know, on sticky terrain, what's the best position on a bike to go up a hill in?
Best position on the bike, it's for sure in the middle, I would say. Like, don't go too far in the back, don't go too much in the front, because when you're too much in front, you lose traction. If you're too much in the back, you just loop out. So it's really important just to having a good middle position and more working on your over, like from your hip on, like just to balance the bike around.
And I suppose it depends on what gear you're hitting this hill in, like a Grunnerhuller, Green Hell, Erzberg. You've gone under the bridge, you're lined up in the rut. Let's have some noises, Manny. Was that second gear?
Nah, third and then switch to second. Depends on the gearing on which bike you are.
Okay.
On Green Hell, you have to stand on the bike and don't sit. Probably you can sit still in the rut and in the corner, but then you have to go up off the bike because it's so slippery and you just try to bounce the bike a little bit with your back just to find some grip.
Pump the rear tyre through the bumps and try and find that extra traction that's only a professional rider can find.
Only a professional rider can find it. Yeah. My riding style is always one like a higher gear and more torquey than so aggressive. So it's also depends on the rider.
So we've got a guy called Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
He wants an insight into Romaniacs on the navigation side of things. Can you give us any tips?
I'm always using, like most of the guys, you probably also, we're using most of the time 2 GPSs. It's just good to have like one more zoomed in and one more zoomed out. So I'm using all the time like 80 meters and 120 meters. Also, if one is dying or the battery is flat or stuff like this, it's just important to have also one spare.
Yeah.
It's really important also to check it. It takes a while to get the rhythm, I would say, of racing and checking the GPS. Like at the beginning of my first Romaniacs years, I was just following the gravel roads and then I realized it was a left turn already, like a kilometer back. So
being able to have one eye on the track and one eye on the GPS.
Yeah, like this. When you will be back racing again, Paul? I missed you already at a couple of races.
Well, thank you very much. I've rode the bike last week and it went really well. Hopefully I might see you at Hawkstone Park.
Yeah, you want to race or just...
I'm going to see how it goes in the practice lap, see how the track is.
Sometimes it's just better to wait a little bit longer and get it 100% healthy, but probably it is already 100% now, huh?
It's still possibly another month before they said I should start riding, but I am early, but it is feeling good.
Bye guys! Looking forward to see little Sek.
Ciao, man.
Ciao,
Thanks for your
bye.
time.
So I'm changing just this tire from 80-121 to 90-121, the small one. So what I had in, we're using most of the time for motocross, cross country in the sand, just to get some better corner grip. And now I'm going for the big one. It's the tire what we're using most of the time in extreme races because it's a little bit smooth in the front, so it's running way better over rocks and kind of ruddy things. So also this question is always coming up: why 4-stroke, why 2-stroke, why people are changing, why people are not changing. So most of the guys are always going for the fast stuff onto the 4-stroke because it's a little bit more stable with the weight of the engine, not as aggressive. I also choose this year that I want to race the fast races on the 4-stroke just to try if I'm faster or not, and I felt really good at Le Trèfle, so I said myself I will race Hawkstone also on the 4-stroke, and the other classic enduro Baseia, Galfredo, he's racing everything with the 2-stroke, so it's also working out. I hope that it's helping a lot that you guys understand why people are changing so often.
So we're in Slovenia. I'm heading down to Akrapovic now. I'm going to get to have a factory tour. I'm going to get to see a lot of the race-winning bikes that they've got. They've won all kinds of championships, from World Championships to AMA Supercross Championships, MotoGP, World Superbikes, you name it, and their pipes probably won the title. Great Taddy, my hero, Mr. Dungy himself. Not any old colour, he's got gold end caps. So just getting the briefing and the lowdown about Akrapovic. So we've got some pictures of how it started here, 70s and 80s. This is actually the first workshop of Akrapovic back in the day. And this is the boss himself from a racing background. We're in the foundry now. So there's some scrap metal, some scrap titanium. It's going to be smelted down using the wax, then layers of ceramic around it. Once they heat this up in one of the ovens, we'll create these pockets here, where then it turns into this. Beautiful. Sorry bolts, you're not allowed in here. We've got the carbon fibre pieces being cut here. Obviously with the carbon fibre, you've got to layer it all up to make the pieces. Look like an old knight.
And now, in the.
How nice is that welding? So my first ever go with TIG welding. So we're here at the tube mill where we're making pipes. Titanium here, rolled out onto this bit. So here we have the end product. Behind me, what's going on is the pipes being bent into all the different shapes. So it's giving all this. We've got the final assembly point here. The guys are just putting on the carbon fibre section. So look what I've just found. The new silencers. Going to the UK. See you in England. Nice present from Akrapovic. But the all-important bolts manufacturing, welded by me. Well, thank you very much, Slovenia. It was awesome. Now I've got to head home and find my car in this car park, so I can't remember where it is. So let's see where I can go. Let's go for B. B for Bolton. Unbelievable. I can remember every corner of the Iron Road Prologue at Erzberg and remember some sections of Romaniacs in the forest from over the years of racing there. Put me in a city, concrete jungle, not happening. Can't remember anything. It was only 3 days ago, 2 days ago. We found it, get in there. Always amazes me how big these airports really are. So anyway, let's get home.
Bike is ready, 350 is ready. Yes, sounds good. So I hope you guys enjoy my big workshop tour today. It's small, but it's good organized and I'm proud of it. And let's get into your workshop, get it ready, get it organized, because it's just so much better to work on the bikes when it's clean and good organized.
We're just on a nice day out, me, Lisa and Zach. We're going to Red Bull Hardline, but it's the first time I've got time to go and see this race. It's such an amazing mountain bike race and massive jumps, so one of those things that TV never does it any justice, although it's great coverage. Can't wait to see it, and we're just getting closer now. So we're getting that far into Wales that we've actually lost radio contact. So amazing part of the country. Can't wait to get in there. Final jump on Red Bull Hardline. First impression is, oh my god, they're massive. When the guys get down here, they'll be so glad that they're just down, and then fingers crossed for each of them, they've got a good time as well. But as always in racing, the best man will win on the day. You guys gonna have a good time? Yeah! Great atmosphere. A race to the top. Can't believe how steep it is. It's like a one hard enduro section but downhill with some massive kickers. But look where we are, look at this waterfall behind you. But how cool are we?
So usually on the Sunday before Hawkstone, Paul would be riding, doing some of his last minute prep. But this week, unfortunately, the surgeon told him off, slapped his hands and told him he shouldn't have been on a bike at all, not even once.
To be honest, I can feel it coming down this hill now. It's way worse than going up, so more downhill walking needed. Rider. Yeah, boy! Woo! Oh, I'm good! So now we're going to wait for the next rider for the famous Red Bull Hardline step down road gap. It's absolutely massive in real life. Can't believe it. That is enormous. I can't believe how that is so big.
Wow!
Feel the ground move as they land. That's like a proper big rocks drop off. Got to land so precise onto some little ledge and then just a little bunny hop, and they've not even got any throttle to give anything. So whatever speed you take in, that's what you're going off on. And that's why mountain biking crosses over to enduro motorbikes so well. So what a great atmosphere.
Everyone together, big cheer. Joe Smith, G. Atherton and Bernard Kerr.
He loves his motorbikes as Bernard. I think they all do. They all ride an enduro motorsport. So, van's all loaded, ready to go to Hawkstone. I'm not going to obviously ride, a bit gutted, but please keep following the vlogs. Hope you're really all enjoying them. If you want to follow it on Red Bull TV, if you want more motorsport madness from the WESS, please subscribe to the Red Bull Motorsports YouTube channel. Hope you're really enjoying it, and I can't wait to see you all in Hawkstone.